It's like you do drop shipping, right? And I feel like a lot of people in the entrepreneur space look at drop shipping as like something in the past. So like, is drop shipping dead?
No, far from dead. No, that's like a funny meme, is drop
Yeah.
shipping dead? Usually when people are like complaining about something, there's always people winning at that. So like with me personally, I started drop shipping in 2020. It took me one whole year to like get my first profit. Like I was down money. Lost over like 15K between like courses my first year, testing products, buying themes, everything. Um, Eventually, though, like after a year, I got a mentor, Luke Belmar. He helped me out. Made 89K the first week. This is 2021. And then since then, yeah, it's been six-figure months since. Facebook is great. TikTok right now, though, is definitely the newest.
Yeah. So during that first year, losing $15,000 in an entire year, like it's easy to just say that real quickly. But if you go back into like an entire year losing $15,000, like what does that actually look like? How do you get through a year and decide to keep going?
Yeah, so I had committed everything into this. So going into 2020, I started firefighting school because I wasn't making money online and I needed like a career, I felt like. So I go to firefighting school with the end vision of you work one day and you get 2 days off. And I knew I was going to have an online business, but I didn't know how long it would take for drop shipping to pick up. So I was testing like a few products a week. I didn't really know what I was doing now looking back at it. Like I thought I was a pro, but I just knew I would have success with it eventually. So like after a week, it turned into like 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 6 months. And like I would have some small wins here and there, but ultimately, I was down on money.
Yeah.
But I just knew eventually like it was gonna work. Like I was like, I'm too far invested into this. Like
Yeah.
I've been at this for like multiple months. I can't stop now. Like,
You're in too deep.
it's like the dude mining towards the diamond.
Yeah.
It's so close.
One of the best. 3 Feet from Gold, I think, is the book it's referenced from. At this point, were you in school or like what did that look like?
So yeah, this was 2020. I had started training to become a firefighter, and it was a 2-year program. So I'm in school like a few days a week in class. The other half, I'm working on the drop shipping business.
Dude, what goes into testing out a store? Do you have to, obviously you're drop shipping them, but do you have to, like you don't order any inventory or anything like that? You just run the ads?
Yeah, so there's a few ways to go about it. First, you need a product to sell, like a winning product. So like characteristics would be first, it's something not sold in stores. They got to order it from you. It has to have low enough cost of goods to where you can mark it up, preferably 3 or 4x. That way, if we're spending money on ads, we have to fulfill the order. The more profit left over, the better. And then preferably like a wow product where you look at it and you're like, damn, like this shit's cool.
I think it's trendy.
Yeah, or it solves like a major problem. So like I'm sure you've seen in the past like those Galaxy projectors, shark slides, or like the back crack board. Those are some like pretty typical drop shipping products. So those are the characteristics of one. And to find one, there's a lot of spy tools now, like where it gives you pure data. Like it'll scrape every Shopify store and tell you what products are selling now. So you just really have to go through like a big list and ask yourself, like, is this a drop shipping product? Yes or no? In terms of getting it on your store, there's a ton of suppliers out there. Like it takes no time to get a quote for it, add it to your shop. And with ChatGPT and everything, like the website part's pretty automated. Now I would say what separates like a beginner drop shipper from like someone more advanced, you were asking like if people order it to your house. Like people just getting started, no, they're gonna kind of just read some Amazon reviews, AliExpress reviews, be like, okay, this is generally good, but like the higher level you are, you will order it in just to tangibly feel the product and make sure it is something good you can send out.
Got it. So keeping on track with your story, you had the first year where you lost a bunch of money and you decided to continue, and then you meet your mentor, Luke Belmar. How did you guys meet?
So end of 2020, November, he had a Black
This was COVID,
Friday.
right? This was during COVID?
This was COVID year,
Okay.
yeah. He had a Black Friday deal, like, hey, $1,000 for an hour call with me. November. I've never talked to him. I just saw his stories. I thought he was legit. I'm like, I'm going to go for it. We don't call till February.
Jeez.
4 months. And he's like, bro, I feel bad. I'm going to refund you, but we'll still have the call. So we hop on an hour. He just gives me his Facebook strategy. That was the main takeaway. And because he was telling me what he does, I just put all my faith into this. So the first product I test after that failed. Second product I test after that call was the one that did 87K in 2 weeks. And I would, like the way the relationship was, I'd be like, hey, bro, here was today. What do I do? And he'd be like, send me 1K. But I was making a few K net a day. So I'd send him money. And the next day I'd make like 4 or 5K back. And I'd be like, bro, what do I do now? And he'd be like, send me 1K. And I'd be like, okay. And I'd send him.
And then would
and
like
I'd make
advice
it back.
come after, or is just send,
Voice messages.
Okay.
Yeah. He would.
I thought you just send this guy 1K and then money just comes from somewhere.
1K
from
per
the
text.
ads, yeah, he would be like, do this with your ads, change
Okay.
this, and I'd implement it. And he was like, you're rich now. Like, good.
So you can only implement so much in 2 weeks, I guess. In that period where you went from losing 15K and just a failure with the Shopify stores, what was the single biggest piece of advice in that period that got you to that 87K in 2 weeks?
I would say the confidence.
Okay.
If I had this, the strategy too, and the confidence. The strategy was, it's not like something that'll come and go. It's more of like a mindset that you can approach your ads with, like a way of split testing and attacking it strategically. But then also, like, because he told me it, I'm like, this dude's ahead of me. I'm not here yet. I put full conviction in it. I had zero doubt, like, this strategy wouldn't not work.
So is it confidence to not be afraid of losing money? Is that it?
It was just like a newfound, kind of like a dopamine hit. Let's say like you find something new, you feel really inspired. So
Yeah.
I just believed it would work. And like the first day, you spend like $250 on ads, you make like $750 back. It's like what you put in, you make back profit, essentially. And what a big takeaway was, like, when you have something that's working, is being aggressive with it too. Like having some balls to go in, because I went from spending like $250 day one, like $1,000, then $2,000 a day, $3,000 a day. It got to a point where my bank ran out of money because I was spending like $3-4K a day on ads. It costs $3-4K to fulfill orders, and then Shopify doesn't pay you every day. So I was spending like $10K a day within like a week of getting my first product. So I had no cash flow then.
Throw
But
it
it
on
was
that
just like,
Amex, bro.
yeah, no, I didn't have it yet. So I was just like balls to the wall. I hit every single issue you can have right away. But that was good because then it set me up to go forward.
Yeah, so it's just that confidence to double down when it's working.
Yeah.
What was
that.
the product that worked?
It was the viral TikTok leggings, the booty leggings.
Oh,
Have you
okay.
ever seen them? It was like a girl would wear them, and her husband would walk around the corner, and he'd be like, "Damn, girl!" Like, what are those? Like, you've been working out, and it was just these funny videos I'd put.
So you needed some ad creative, so you just hit up some girls like, come throw these leggings.
So, yeah, with like testing products, it's a little gray area with creatives. A lot of people will just take TikToks that other people have posted and send the call to action to their website. It's not technically allowed, and you can get like taken down for it. But that's what most people do, and that's what I had did back then. Yeah, and the original creator did message me. She's like, "Hey, stop using my video," and I took it down the next day. I'm like, "There's no chance I'm taking any risk here." Like moved on, and then I got another ad, and it just picked right back up.
Really? Hey guys, if you enjoyed this short clip, check out the full interview here. And if you want to see more clips from this episode, check it out right here.